What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to place short orders on the OKX exchange, including your entry position, your take profit, and your stop loss all in the one order. I'm also going to be showing you how to place limit and market orders, how to change your orders, and how to double check your orders, cancel, and re-enter new orders should you need to. So if you're looking for quick tutorials on how to do certain features on the OKX exchange, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And whilst you're there, don't forget to smash the like button and leave me a comment and let me know what other tutorials you'd like me to do on the OKX exchange. Now, if you're brand new to OKX and you don't have an account yet, make sure you head down to the description of this video to grab the link that will get you 10% off trading fees, as well as bonuses when you complete other tasks. Now let's get into the video. So first things first, this is the exchange. This is a demo account, but the real exchange looks exactly the same. So from the trade tab up here, you want to make sure that you are on margin trading. And then from the setting tab over here on the right, under account mode, you want to make sure you're on the middle one, single currency margin. The only other thing you might want to change is this order placement mode where it says long or short. Make sure that is selected on long or short. Once you've changed all of those settings, it should look exactly the same as what I'm showing you here. So the first type of short order trade I'm going to show you is a limit order. So first things first is we need a short trade setup. So I'm just going to quickly create one. Okay, so when shorting on limit, your entry price for your short needs to be higher than the current price. So I've put my entry up here a little bit higher than the current price, and this is where my stop loss and my take profit is going to be. Now I'm on the ETH/USD chart. If you want to trade something else, you just click this down arrow and then select either perpetual or futures, depending on which one you want to be on. Find what you want to trade in the list, click on that, and then that will bring it up here. The next thing you want to do is make sure this isolated section, decide whether you want it on isolated or cross. Isolated will isolate the margin that you have on this trade. So at worst case scenario, that's all you can lose should this trade go the wrong way. And on cross margin, it's using your whole account. So that can be dangerous if you don't have a stop loss in. So usually use isolated. Now up here you can see we have the amount of leverage we want for longs as well as shorts. Now we're going to be placing a short order. So you just want to make sure the leverage is on the leverage that you want. I'm going to leave it on 10x for now. Now, if you want to change the leverage, you have to first calculate what your liquidation point is going to be. So before we can change the leverage, we need to understand what our contract size is going to be. So you can come up here to this calculator tab, and we're going to keep it on P&L for now. We're opening a short order and we're currently on 10x leverage. Your open price is going to be in the gray area here. Your close price, we're going to put that as your stop loss price because we're trying to calculate what your loss will be in this case should the trade go the wrong way. And then you can play around with this number until it shows you that your P&L is going to be 1% of your account. So this account has 5 ETH. That means at most, if I'm only willing to risk 1% of my account per trade, then at most I can risk 0.05 ETH. So I'm just going to put in here 0.5 to calculate and see how close I am. And this shows me if it goes the wrong way, I'm going to lose 0.01. So I can actually go more than that. So you just muck around with the number in that open amount until the P&L equals around 1% of your account. So after fiddling around with that a little, I can see that I can open 2.1 ETH. And if it goes the wrong way, I'm going to lose 0.05 ETH, which is 1% of my current account. So now that I know that, I can also calculate the liquidation. So I'm going to come over to liquidation price. Again, short isolated 10x. Open price is the same. The open amount is going to be the 2.1 ETH that I calculated. An additional margin, I'm going to leave this as 0 because it's basically asking me what is the account balance left up here once I've entered this trade so that I can add margin should the trade be going the wrong way. However, that's a bad habit to get into, and we don't want to be adding margin to a trade that's not going the way you thought it would. We want to just be out of that trade. So I'm going to leave it as 0 because I would not add to a trade that was going the wrong way anyway. And then I'm going to click calculate. And you can see here the liquidation price is 3,768. My stop loss is 3,504. So all you need to do is make sure that your liquidation price in the case of a short is higher than your stop loss price. That means that if the price goes the wrong way, it's going to hit your stop loss before your liquidation. So we tick that box, and then you also want to make sure that there's a bit of a buffer between those two numbers and they're not too close together. If they were too close together, then you would want to recalculate all of this using lower leverage, because the lower leverage that you use, the further away it moves your liquidation point. So after doing these calculations, I'm happy with this entry and I can now go place the order. So I'm first going to place this as a limit order. So again, double check I'm on isolated, short 10x. I need to be on the open tab because I'm opening a new trade, and then I want to be on limit here. The price is my entry price, and then before I put in this section, I'm going to click on the take profit and stop loss. Now, it's up to you whether you want to put in a take profit from here. You don't have to, but you should definitely put in a stop loss. And I'm going to enter both just for this example. So my stop loss is the red number up the top here, and my take profit is going to be the green one down here. And you don't have to get these figures from OKX. You can get these figures from TradingView if that's where you originally charted your trade. Now I'm going to write in here the amount that I originally calculated to make sure it still works out the same way, and that was 2.1E. And now down here you can see underneath the stop loss it says your stop loss order will be triggered when the market price reaches that number that I put in there, and it is expected to cause a loss of 0.05E. So just double check that that again matches up and that it equals 1% of your account if it's in your trading rules to only risk 1% per trade. So now everything is in there. You're going to click on open short, double check the details and click confirm. Now, as this is a limit order, it's going to sit in open orders until the price comes back up to your entry, where it will then trigger your order and then hopefully continue down to your take profit. So it will sit here in this area until either you cancel it or the order fills. If you want to at any point double check your take profit and stop loss, you can click on this view here and you can have a look there. If you change your mind and you no longer want this order, you can just come up here to cancel and click on that, and then the order will be gone. Whilst the order is still waiting to be filled, there's no way to edit your take profit and your stop loss and keep the order in there. You would have to cancel the entire order and start the whole thing again. So that's how you place a short order using limit. And now we're going to place a short order using market. So I'm going to just bring my entry down to the current price. So using market means that I'm not selecting the price. I'm getting in at whatever the current price is and wherever they can give me the best fill. So I'm going to come up to here and click on market. And of course, market does come with higher fees. The advantage is that you're in straight away, whereas limit has lower fees, but the chances are that it won't come back to where you actually want to get in and fill your order. So there's pros and cons to both, just depending on your trading conditions. So on market, we're not actually going to put in the price because, as I mentioned, it's just going to fill wherever it can fill. And again, going to click the take profit and stop loss. Again, you don't have to tick both, but if you do tick them both, you do have to enter a price. So in this situation, I will enter the prices again according to this chart. And then I'm going to again enter the 2.1 ETH and then double check one more time that this order will cause me a loss of 0.05 ETH should it go the wrong way. And now I have my market entry, my take profit and my stop loss. The other thing to note is that entering it this way, the take profit and the stop loss are market orders as well. If you want to change that to a limit order, you can do that here by pressing on limit here. However, the danger with using limit when you're trying to exit a trade is that it may never get to that price to fill, or it may, in the event of big price action, it may skip that order. That's why it's always recommended that you exit trades on market and if possible try to enter trades on limit. That means at least you're saving fees on one side of the order. So now that we have all this in, as soon as I click on open short, it's going to bring up this to ask me to double check everything. If I'm happy and I press confirm, this is going to open an order immediately. So now if I click on positions, you can see here my short order is now open. So anything that sits under the positions tab is an actual open trade. And you can see here next to open orders, it has 1 in brackets. If I click on that, it shows nothing, but I need to come over here to where it says limit market and change that to stop. And then that brings up my close order, both the take profit, which you can see up here, and the stop loss, which you can see down the bottom. So now my entry is in and the position is open and my take profit and my stop loss is all in. If I change my mind and decide that I want to change one of those things, let's just say I want to drag my take profit out further, I can't do that without first cancelling both the take profit and the stop loss. So in order to do that, I'm going to come over here and click cancel. Now I have no stop loss and no take profit in the book. Come back to positions, and here where it says 𝗍𝗶𝗃𝗃, I'm going to click on that, and again just tick whichever one I want. So I can either just add a stop loss and have no take profit, I can have a take profit and no stop loss, or I can have them both. So now I'm going to enter the same details, but if you wanted to change them, it would be different. And then for the last quantity section, I'm going to slide that up to 100% because I want it to close the entire trade, and then click confirm. Now if I go back to open orders, I can see that it's back in here. Now what this essentially means, this is an OCO order, which you can see here. OCO means one cancels other. So essentially what this is saying is if this trade, if the price of this hits your stop loss first, it's going to close your trade and also cancel your take profit. If it hits your take profit first, it will take profit and close your trade and cancel your stop loss. So whichever one it hits first, it cancels out the other, which is what you want because then you're no longer at risk of opening a trade in the opposite direction that you didn't really want. Now, say you originally came up and just did a market order and you forgot to press on your take profit and stop loss, and now you want to add them later. It's exactly the same instructions. You just find the position that you opened and then click this 𝗍𝗶𝗃𝗃 and you can add it in there. Once you're in a trade, if you want to close it early, you can come over here to market close all, and that's going to close at market your trade, your stop loss, and your take profit order. So everything will be closed. However, if you have multiple trades open, you'll see this market close all for every single trade. So this is only closing the trade that's in the same section. Your other trades will remain open. Besides pressing up here for your take profit and stop loss, you can also do that on the close tab here. Come to stop and then click on OCO there. And this is exactly the same. However, it's just easier to press it from this button because there's just less steps to do. So this button is exactly the same as doing an OCO order in the close section. Now beware that if you already have a take profit and a stop loss in and you go and try to create a new one, it's not going to let you because that amount of contracts has already been allocated to a position. So you need to cancel any existing ones if you're wanting to make changes, then come back and redo it again. And that is how you place a short order on market or limit in OKX. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, again, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification button so you can be notified every time I upload videos. And if you're looking for a new account, also don't forget the referral link down below will give you 10% off trading fees and other bonuses when you complete tasks in OKX. And don't forget to check out my channel for other videos on how to do different order types in the OKX exchange. If there's anything else that you'd like to see me cover on this channel, please be sure to leave a comment below and let me know. Enjoy your trading.